Okay, we have the Japan player here. So, Rated, you want to tell us what's going on here? What ideas did you go for? Offensive.
I went for offensive as the last one, because I'm probably gonna fight more land battle than naval battles. Other than that, it's just been pure AI, PV building the whole game, because not a lot of people to fight.
Yeah, King kind of peaced out after one war, didn't he? And besides
Yeah.
did
How's
you...
the petitioning of the Qing going? Like, everyone happy about the borders, or I see Russia pushing in, Naples pushing in?
I think it's
Nepal?
Russia's gonna be the big guy who's saying it's not gonna be fun.
But I don't think that is. I don't think the Russia's gonna say anything about it.
Russia should hide and hope no one looks at his nation, to be honest.
Yeah.
Well, we are going to look at Russia at some point.
Yeah,
think
like, I think
Go on.
you should start thinking about pushing out Russia ASAP, because Prussia is busy and Russia doesn't have the economy for war yet. So after, like, you can actually take a snake along the Russian border to cut Russia off Qing,
Can he?
if you want. He can,
Does he have the war score for that? Oh my.
easily. Like, he can peace out day one, it's only 70 OE, and it's 99 war score, and he can take the entire borderline plus, like, a snake to his Korea holdings.
Yeah, that would be a good move for sure.
I mean, it would be the smart move, in my opinion.
That's
Because
also what I was
Russia is always a threat for Asia, and it can scale in,
As the Russia player,
like crazy.
though, I wanted to say that I didn't plan on going further into Qing. I'm happy with the borders as they
Yeah.
are now.
Yeah, I mean, for you, these borders are great, because, like, if a war in Asia happens, the Asians have to walk through miles of steps, and your heartland is safe, so...
Exactly. I
But,
already fortified the heartland as well, so I should
Yeah.
be fine. Like, the country might look a little more exposed than it is, but let's focus on Japan for now. So, militarily looking quite strong. Not
Yeah,
quite.
How's their navy? Navy's fine, I guess.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Army
Navy
tradition in
is-
general aren't too bad, that's nice.
Navy is one of the
And
strongest
also-
in the world, I think, if not the strongest. I think Kilwa has more heavies.
Yeah. Also building up absolutism, so that's nice.
A lot
Has
of
a bit of an
professionalism
absolutism.
backed up with all the professionalism stack, and you get a hefty 600,000 manpower. So definitely geared up for war with very good morale and decent discipline.
Mm.
How are you
You
building?
can almost get the theocracy also, so that's gonna be helping.
Oh my, yeah. Japan
Oh,
is insane. Looks like you're still.
yeah, but you don't... The problem is you lose all your government progress, so you go down, like, to one government reform.
What is this?
So, like, if you want to flip theocracy and you don't do the Tibet thing, you, like, want to have banked up 300, 400 government reform progress
Are you
before
sure?
clicking...
I thought you get the other
You-
reforms free afterwards.
No,
Yeah, you get some-
no, hove over. It says you lose, like,
You don't get them all.
4 government reforms. So,
Oh,
like,
right.
you want to have, like, a few hundred government reform progress banked up before going theocracy.
Alright.
Let's test that
I
real
mean-
quick.
I want theocracy anyways, but
Yeah, just going at it the second you can pick it is not the right play. Just wait, like, a few decades so you have 200,
I don't know.
300
it
extra
is
government.
because you can reach the morale if you need it for war or something. If you want to stop, anyways.
Yeah, but you go down to duchy, or what is it?
Oh yeah. I got what you're talking about.
Yeah.
yes.
Okay, you
Yeah,
enact
just-
the first one for free, second one, third one. Yeah, you only get 3, so you miss.
Yeah,
You lose
And
out
you-
on 4.
You need
four.
you need 6. You need 6 to
Yeah.
change your
And-
government.
yeah. The
Government.
good Eastern one is the tier 4 one, so you at least want 200 extra, because that's the
Yeah,
discipline
you get
and
discipline
ICA.
there.
So, like, I think if you have 200 banked, it's worth it. Ideally, you directly want the 6th one, because that's where you get the Dutch mechanics.
Dutch mechanics?
Yes, it's.
I have.
Is
Italy
it
has
that
it.
one?
No, Italy has it. That's the 4th.
Yeah.
If you check Italy, you can see it. When you come to
Okay.
Italy, you'll see it.
Definitely a very good
Yeah.
reform, though.
No.
But try and bank up a little more gov for farm points, I guess.
Yeah. How's his navy looking? Because he's an
His
island
navy
nation.
is 33 heavy, 74 lights. I think Kilva has more than that, and no one else
Yeah,
in the world
50.
has more.
How much skill does have? Skill
Kilva
has
has 50
50 what?
heavies.
Yeah.
Heavies.
Even if he lands on my army, I'm still stronger army
Yeah,
wise.
no one else in
Yeah.
the world can compete with his navy, I think. Maybe Aztec, I didn't check Aztec navy.
No, I have way naval morale. It's all about naval
Italy,
morale.
still in Italy, my friend. Don't worry about it.
So-
Huh.
No, Italian navy is not
Very
bad.
strong navy.
Anyways.
And when you switch your node, I guess you want to switch to Beijing, right? And you should
Or
be-
Malacca. He has Malacca as well.
Oh,
Like,
does
what's
he?
the
Kilwa
better
have-
trade node?
Kilwa have a lot of Malacca.
Ah, okay. I think you're doing a trade deal there then?
I might, actually.
That's a smart idea because I've seen the other ones are doing trade deals with Kilva and it's paying off
Yeah.
majorly for them.
Yeah.
So that would be it for Japan. Currently, the Diplo in this part of the world is a Japanese Nepal. What is your division with Nepal like, if you care to
Yeah.
share? Does Daviet get anything out of it?
Yeah, he gets some of the more southern part of it, and he also got most of the tip of Malacca. But yeah, I want Beijing and Guen node, and then Nepal gets all of Yumen and half of V. So we already split it off.
Huh, okay.
Okay, so no one gets cut out and you're gonna be hugging each other.
Yes. The
Well, I mean,
prosperous Asian hug box.
there's not really much I can do, to be honest. Like I can't
Yeah.
fight Nepal. Even me and Daviet can't fight Nepal.
Well, we'll get to that in a minute and we'll check out
Nepal
Nepal.
maybe is the strongest nation right now, I think.
Oof, I just realized I was muted. God damn it.
Imagine being muted. Alright, that would be it for Japan. Just a quick overview. Let's go to Davia, and here if you want to leave some tips, feel free to do so.
What are his ideas?
He went plutocratic next. I think Leo would be happy about that, but I personally would have preferred quality probably, but
Yeah, I think quality is better.
Yeah.
I don't see why going plutocratic would be a good idea.
Also, quality is always better than offensive. So, but that's way back.
I would disagree. I would say offensive is better than quality.
A standalone offensive is better as a standalone idea. The general.
No,
Yeah, I
you get army tradition from quality and fire damage and shock damage dealt plus 10% equal together. Not even 5% combat ability.
To be honest, the army.
Okay, well,
the army.
that's far in the
If you
back.
don't
Let's
have,
not debate
that's-
which idea is better
yeah.
now. Let's debate what's better for
But
him.
yeah,
So
he
after
should finish
plutocratic-
finish eco, get the development discount, build up your lands, and realistically, Daviet is gonna stay kind of a player vessel of Japan and Nepal.
Nepal, yeah. I think like a buffer zone unless they decide to carve him up. But
Yeah.
I think one of the major things you want to try and improve this late in the game is trying to regulate your estates, get them all above 50, and then just seize land until you can get to 100 crown land, and then
Or you can also dev it away.
yeah, and then just give all your crown land to nobility or whatever they're called for you, and get more manpower. That's one of those min-maxing things you want to do when you've kind of ran out of expansion room.
What is his manpower pool compared to his force limit? Just-
His manpower pool is 174. His force limit is 218. So
Yeah, usually you want your manpower pool to be way bigger than your force limit. But
with all the slack and professionalism he has now, his manpower is 379. So not quite horrible, but definitely way behind Japan from what we've seen.
yeah,
Besides that, he's making a lot of money running a level 1 advisor. I would probably upgrade that. Disinherit this, probably. I don't know if you want a 0 admin heir.
admin late game. Do you really care?
I think that's fine. I think the air is fine. 5 big roll for.
He doesn't have a lot of.
That air is
land
totally
call.
fine.
He's not even finished. Okay, he's gonna finish
That-
Econ quick. I just thought he was missing more in Econ. But
Yeah. No, that air is like a nice multiplayer air.
I actually like it.
I just thought he was missing more in Econ. For his trade, do you think he should be pushing to Malacca too? Is he doing that?
No, he's collecting in Siam. Siam is an end node. Siam is a horrible trade node, and
Yeah.
the thing is, like, he will
I-
never have a good trade setup because he will never have enough control over Malacca. Siam is an end node, so nothing
Well,
flows into it. And
as he's friendly, as he's friendly with Kilba with the rest of them,
Yeah.
I think he needs to make a trade deal and
yeah,
transfer all your trade to Kilba and have him collect for you and then get subsidized.
yeah, that's
Because, like you said, collecting in an end node is, well, not end node, start node is pretty bad, and then he's collecting in Canton too. Like, he's collecting in 3 different nodes, and that just, not good. You don't need to be if you don't want to make the trade deal, you don't need to be collecting in both Canton and Hangzhou, because you can just transfer from Canton to Hangzhou and then collect here. That's like one thing you can do, but yeah, not optimal.
Yeah.
It's bad for him though. Like the Asian trade is really bad unless you control like one of very specific node, like Beijing or Malacca or something. It's really hard to have good trade in Asia.
Yeah.
Yeah, next patch they're gonna improve it by a lot. Like Siam is gonna be an actually decent trade node.
Yeah, it should be.
Getting ahead. Yeah, that next patch is far away.
Besides that, his development map mode is not the best. A lot of damage to do.
I wanna say though it's one of its first multiplayer, and I feel like for a pretty difficult
that's
start,
why we're giving him
Staviet is doing pretty good. Yeah.
That's exactly why we're giving him advice.
Yeah.
So for developing, he has quite a number of like very large provinces, and I don't know if that was AI or him, but basically you wanna spread out the development somewhat and get all of these provinces to 10 before developing others to like 30 or 40 or whatever,
No, you want them like
You don't
ideally you want all the provinces on 20 development because then you have enough building slots for barracks, regimental camp,
Don't you think he should
manufactory,
start
and the
with 10,
workshop.
since he has like 3 development provinces? I think he should
Yeah,
start
and
with
in
10.
this mod, you don't get the dev cost discount as low as in vanilla. So I think you should go for 10 in this mod, and then try to get a few provinces to 20.
I definitely think he should start at 10 and then build up his nation as well while he's doing it, because the thing is he can earn a lot more and he can like strengthen his nation a lot just by developing it and building buildings, because he's missing buildings in a lot of provinces, even tax buildings that he can profit off of, like
tax?
not
in this
to-
stage of the
yeah,
game?
tax probably not, but manufactories and production buildings, and he's missing manpower, he's missing force limit. So I'm just saying, if he just focused on developing and building up, he could earn a lot more money and have a stronger nation, because just having all these provinces at like 6 and 3 dev is killing him, I think. That would be about it for Divia. Anyone else have anything to say?
Not really.
And if you expect to be in any player wars, which I think you should, and if you want to stand the chance to like push back, you want to have a full cannon stack, like definitely, because right now anyone could roll you over.
You have to think, like, even if he has a cannon stack, he's always going to be just going to get stomped.
Well, no, I'm kind
So-
of implying if Nepal and Japan turn on him, like if he wants to at least stand a chance, he wants to have a cannon stack,
Yeah, but
like this is
then-
just gonna get stomped.
Yeah.
No questions
Yeah.
asked.
Yeah,
might
but
just-
like if he is in a war like with Japan or like Nepal, just let them or supply the cannon stacks, and he just sends in the infantry.
Yeah, you're
each
just
year.
the reinforcement, basically.
Yep.
Alright, let's look at Nepal. What's going on here, Iced? Lots of fucking money.
I spent the entire session only building manufacturers, essentially. Just I didn't make any military infrastructure, just all econ.
Yeah, I can see.
And I expanded a little bit, just grabbed my victory card for 2k.
It's very
and that's
profitable trade
essentially
deal
it.
with Kilva.
Yeah, I mean at the start of the session I only made 125, so
How
I
come
increased
you
it by...
were late to spawn global trade though? Did you come up with the trade deal too late, or?
Yeah, that was afterwards.
Oh, that was probably a bad idea.
Yeah,
Yeah, I mean, I was the one who suggested the trade deal. I mean, Ice and I had been talking before about it as well, but then we talked to Kilva in chat. But basically I did a bankruptcy build and I needed my own trade income in order to keep like loan size and stuff. So, and without Hindustan, Nepal can't really make a trade deal with Kilwa.
Yeah,
Because,
all
like,
these trade flows to Coromandel.
Before we go to Hindustan, Nepal manpower, you should work on that.
It's really low, yeah. Because
not
I
a
mean,
single soldier household build.
I didn't make a single soldier's household now, but I'm almost done with manufactories. I think I need like 5 or 10 maybe of the normal ones I want, and then it's all soldiers' households from there on out.
Yeah.
And then also barracks and force limit buildings, because I have almost no barracks and no force limit buildings at all.
Yeah,
So
like you can scale a lot.
Yeah,
I can scale a lot.
If he
Just
just
by
keeps,
sitting here and spending the money. Yeah.
if he just
Yeah.
keeps getting the money from Kilwa, he can scale a lot. Otherwise, he's gonna have trouble. So, what is your plan if, for example, Mali starts to attack Kilwa? Are you gonna be able to defend him, and how?
I mean, we'll have to.
Both you and Hindustan kind of depend on Kilwa right now. So, what happens if Kilwa
Yeah.
starts getting punched?
I mean, we both would defend him, obviously. So, I mean, build transport and Kilwa is going to be able to have naval superiority, and then we just transport them over.
Don't you think that would
I
leave
mean-
you a little exposed if you transport all the troops into Africa?
How do you guys...
Would we need to bring over all troops though? I mean, if Nepal and I both send like 200k troops, I mean,
Okay.
Yeah.
seems like enough to beat most nations back.
I mean,
So like, I don't think
How,
Mali
how
would be in
would
alone.
you...
So who would be
How,
on the
how
Mali?
would...
speak.
Sorry.
Yep.
Oh, sorry, I was just gonna ask, how are you going to deal with 200 lightships pirating Zanzibar?
I mean, probably Kilwa would just dow you with naval
200 heavy
superiority.
ships shooting them down.
Yeah,
I mean,
fair
I
enough.
don't know how your situation in Europe is, but sending a lot of ships over to India seems like a dangerous spot for you as well.
I don't think it seems like a dangerous spot because he'd be earning a lot of it, and if Kilwa dies, GB gains a lot. So that's kind of why I was.
But Kilwa wouldn't die. Kilwa would still win the naval battles, I think.
That is.
At least it would be very close.
I don't know. I think GB can definitely outmatch Kilwa. I don't know.
How can they outmatch
Let's focus on Nepal right now. So, anything else you want to say here? What idea group did you go for? Quality, of
for
course.
quality for the next one, yeah.
Anything else that needs to be mentioned about Nepal?
I mean, not much. We just have to wait for 15 years now until the next victory card. I didn't really go for any EPSO. I don't think it's worth it to lose all the privileges. Because I have enough provinces as is. So I'm just going tall and building my military infrastructure.
Interesting. So, basically just sitting and waiting to outscale everyone else?
Yeah, that's the plan.
Alright, let's look at Hindustan.
That's one session away, I guess.
Oof. Yeah, I mean, I'm behind on admin, so I don't have my next idea group yet. Because I had to, like, I did another bankruptcy build to catch up somewhat on
How many did you do this session?
buildings. I mean, I did one this session, and I think 3 in total, but 2 of them were for war, so I didn't really build eco buildings. I have all production buildings built. I already built like most of the manufactories that I want to build. I started building soldier households last session because my main problem at the moment is manpower.
I was just checking
So-
if you have any coastal defenses. I noticed
No.
some people have them for some reason.
No, I got rid of them and the temples as well. Like I don't like if you look at the building currently, like what's currently getting built, you're gonna see a lot of soldier households. That is
Yeah, that's good. Very good building layout in Hindustan. Much better than Nepal.
And I have a lot of manufactories, but like obviously only in the good provinces. And the trade deal really helped a lot. But at this point, even without the trade deal, I think I would be okay because
Yeah, I
like
was gonna say.
I mean, the income would obviously I wouldn't make 150 ducats if I would take my own trade. I would probably only make like 70 or something. But I mean, like at this point, a lot of the manufacturers are already built. It would slow me down, but it wouldn't kill me basically. But obviously, I'm still very happy to have it because it allows me to.
At least it
prosper.
wouldn't collapse if it happened. So that's very good.
So all I need to do now is catch up on tech and ideas, and then keep on building. Like I think I'm gonna need like 25 years until I'm gonna
How
be
is
in a
the
decent spot.
how is the diplomatic situation here in Asia? What is your alliance with Ivy about? Is it just about preventing Nepal from going into it? or-
No, we've been allied forever basically. I think we're all basically friendly. Also Nepal and me are friendly, so I don't think there's gonna be any war anytime soon.
So
So
just
that
a-
only leaves Ottomans and Russia for you guys to go into.
I mean, at least for the next session, I think I'm just gonna build up, and I mean, yeah, I mean, technically it's only Russian Ottomans, but I don't know. Like I've been, I'm not very aggressive at this moment. Like I just don't want to get ganked, basically. So I'm not sure if I'm gonna be like mean or anything, but yeah,
very,
as long as they stay the hell out of my like personal space.
how would you define your
Like
personal
that
space?
Kazakh, for example, is snaking into my poor Afghanistan vessel makes me sad. But
Snaking into? I think that just securing Samarkand. How
yeah.
is Samarkand your personal space?
I mean, you have one province in Persia which is cutting you off from Gilead, so that's kind of mean, like that one.
I didn't. Even
Otherwise,
know.
I could have.
That was
Otherwise,
about
I.
Samarkand.
Otherwise, I could have eaten Gilead last session, but I mean, it's not the end of the world. Like, I'm not mad about it, and I can also go a little bit in Hormuz now because I secured the Hormuz Strait. So, yeah, I mean,
Yeah, that province wonders me. Ottomans has a core on it.
What
he
province?
does.
Yeah,
Which one?
Kavazin.
Oh.
Why does he have a core there though? Like, I didn't
is
take it from
Yeah,
him.
that's why I'm asking. Like, was there?
I think I know why, because I think the nation that owned it was Shia, but the province was Sunni, and then Ottomans had sieged it when he fought Persia, and then he got the event for the.
Yeah, it was the event. It's not like it was conquered. Yes.
Okay, I thought there was a war between you or something. Okay.
No. Like Ottomans and I are peaceful, even though he rivaled me, so he's kind of mean to me. But
First,
okay.
first nation so far to be maintaining his force limit, so that's impressive.
And my vessels are also pretty decent. Like they have 50k troops and very good idea builds actually as well. Like okay, now they got rid of Palitana now went. Probably because I take trade, they got rid of them. But they used to have like each of them had like 20.
Oh my, very decent income for them.
Yeah, and that's with me taking their trade, by the way.
Interesting.
So.
Afghanistan in March, okay.
Very strong.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think the big thing for you is to fix your estate and give the Marathas all the land for the discipline.
Yeah, I mean, I had to flip religion twice, so every time you do that, you lose a shit ton of land, and I also lost a lot of money because of it. So actually, and like the estates obviously got reset as well, because if you lose an estate, you lose the privileges. So I had to give them back like the admin point. I'm not sure the mill point I think stayed, but I had to give them the dip point and the admin point back.
Oh, that sucks. Yeah.
And so I lost like I was at like I think 65, and then I dropped back to like 30 because of my religion flips. But yeah, I'm slowly recovering, so I'm kind of happy at this point.
Recovering, you're like the strongest nation in the world, pretty much.
I wouldn't say so. Like my like ideal set isn't as good as Nepal, and my army isn't as good as Prussia. I'm back behind on ideas and stuff, so it's still gonna take quite some time. It's not bad though. Like
It's
I have a lot of,
definitely not bad.
especially infantry combat ability with Hindustani ideas and my government reforms. I get like plus 25, which almost nobody has. Yeah, 10 from that.
Yeah, that is really good.
Another
Also,
5 bishops
you
in
get, double the bonus from your vessels from your first government reform.
Yeah, that too. Like that's also kind of nice.
Yeah,
so,
seeing as you have very big vessels right now. Alright, well that's Hindustan, unless you have anything else to add.
Yeah, just look at my manufactories that are building at the moment. And no, the buildings on the right list. Yeah.
Oh my.
Like,
that is chunky.
like yeah, it's gonna be like one more session, and I think I'm gonna be a decent nation again.
I think you're already a very decent nation.
Definitely. Yeah.
I mean, compared to Ottomans, I'm a joke. I mean, they could roll over me. So, thankfully, I have my BFF in Nepal. So.
Let's look at Kilva.
Yeah, and Kilva.
Alright, what's going on in Kilva?
Trade.
Is the Kilva player here?
Yeah, hi.
Yeah.
Do you want to tell us
there's a
what's
lot of
going on?
trade going on.
Oh yeah, there
And
is a lot of
that's
trade.
pretty much it.
such a businessman. Look at this note. Oh my god. That is chunky.
It's the biggest in the whole world.
Yeah, it's really a shame you didn't transfer before the institution popped, because you would have stolen it from England. But you know,
Yeah.
it do be like that sometimes, and that's just the way it is, I guess. That is really chunky income from trade. Good job on that. Is that everything that's
Thank
going
you.
on?
Absolutism. What's going on?
Oh, I'm just sticking with my estate stuff because I figure they give me like better things. Because I'm a republic, so I can't get too much
oligarchy
absolutism anyway.
reduces it by a bit, doesn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, absolutism is nice and all, but you don't always have to go for it. It's just what I've learned. It's just like some people think it's harder to go for it than it actually is. All you have to do is revoke some of the privileges, or most of them, and fire court and country, and bam, you're on 100. So, as long as you're in a safe position where you can fire court and country, you should be fine. But
for court and country,
recommend for that for Kilba.
I mean, for coding country, you still need like 50 or 60, right? And if you don't have
that's
high
what I'm
enough
saying, you need
coding, and I'm not even sure if that's enough, because if you only have 50, and I think during coding country you lose 10 max absolutism,
You
and
lose.
then if you're only at 40 at the end of the coding country thing, then you're not gonna get like the max points. If it goes bad, you even lose to it.
That's why I
So-
said
you
might
lose
not be
20.
the best option for Kilba. Very
Idea
good
group.
Navy. I'm just wondering, since you have so big income, why don't you bring your navy to its force limit and your army? Because you can maintain it.
Well, I'm working on that at the moment.
What's
Yeah.
his sailors like? What are his sailors like?
He's low on sailors, but
Ah,
I think he's missing a lot of buildings, right?
I mean, he can build sailor manufactories now, though. I think like that would be an idea, like universities everywhere. I think
haven't
Hill was a
quite,
pretty
like,
good nation. Like,
swapped out all my buildings yet.
He's,
That's
Man,
why
though.
the question, is Kilva a land or a naval nation?
no, definitely a naval nation.
Yes.
What is his ideas though?
Yeah, then he should flip his idea groups, because he does not have maritime.
Yeah, I don't know if plutocratic was a good choice here.
You don't.
I mean, he could also abandon exploration by now. There's not too much to colonize, is there?
Yeah.
I mean, that might be a
I'm
good
going to
idea.
abandon exploration once I've got the rest of East Africa colonized.
Yeah, this
but I think you also get the colonists now from policies.
But
That's
only
true.
if
I'd just
you
rather
filled
get it
out-
like
They
done
can
quicker.
just pick that
3
colonists
colonists is
and
pretty
then go
quick.
maritime
you
theoretically.
need 4 filled out idea groups. So, like, if you abandon exploration, you're only gonna have 3 filled out idea groups.
Ah, okay. So when plutocratic is done, you can get rid of exploration and then just fill it up. Yeah.
Yeah, put it
Well,
into
someone said
maritime.
they thought plutocratic was a bad pick. What would you recommend instead?
Offensive.
Offensive.
Yeah,
That's a good shout.
Good generals are very
Maritime.
important. Or maritime
Yeah.
for you, because you need the
Or
a strong navy.
defensive. Defensive, because this land is attrition hell with all the arid and jungle stuff.
The thing
Yeah, I
with-
mean,
the thing-
defensive is a good idea, actually. Yeah.
The thing
Yeah,
with
defensive or
going maritime,
maritime then.
the thing with
Yeah.
going maritime is it depends on how safe you feel against Mali and Ottomans, and the Brits have a land border with you now. So if you go maritime, then that might be a mistake, because a lot of people have a land border with you now, and that might be a problem. So I don't know
Yeah,
if
but-
I recommend you
but,
going into a naval nation. Probably a better idea to go into offensive right now.
I kind of disagree, because I think Kilver is, even with a land build, he's never gonna be able to compete with Ottomans, I think, or with Mali.
Well, he's gonna
But
be
if he
able to
con-
hold them
as
back
long
long
as he-
enough for
Yeah,
his
but as
allies
long
to
as he
help.
controls, yeah, but the problem is, like, let's say Britain attacks him and he has naval superiority, then we can't help him, and then he just loses to Britain. Versus if he's maritime, all he has to do is like defend the forts for a bit, and then Nepal and Hindustan come and help him, because we need the money. So
Yeah, fair point. So, what
I think it's actually
you
smart
said.
to go like a trade maritime build in this,
I
in this
think you
situation.
might want to look into your fort line though, because like you don't really have one with Britain, do you?
Oh yeah, I like conquered that land like literally at the end of the last session.
And you have a
It's
grasslands
that's
fort
good.
in South Africa. Like it's just you might want to improve on that a little bit.
I've been focusing on the Horn mostly. You'll see they're mostly like level 6 up around the border with the Ottomans.
Highlands, yeah, that is good. Our coastal deserts, they don't have a modifier, so you might want to move that to Highlands as well.
Yeah.
Pretty sure it has to modify because it's next to sea, right?
It does get like the siege ticks are longer, but you don't get a bonus in the battle.
Yeah,
And
well,
yeah,
at
the
the end of
siege
the
ticks
day,
really
it's all about
matter.
the power growth. So like that fort is really bad, and like one province inland is Highlands. Just build it there.
Yeah, just build it on the highlands, like I said. Steps also bad choice. So move this fort. No, that won't work. Yeah, move this fort here, and then try and figure something else out here, because steps isn't a good choice.
Yeah.
But yeah, besides that, I don't think there's anything else to say about Kilba. Does anyone else have anything to add?
Fund the S26.
Well, if you send your trade into Asia, then sure.
I mean, if Japan would join the trade deal, it would theoretically work because you can send Mexico over to Japan, I think, and then Japan sends it over to Malacca.
Good
But I'm not
lord.
100% sure.
That would
But
be
that's
like
only half. No.
half the world would be in that trade deal if Japan joined, huh?
It would maybe only be half, but since it would go through like 15 trade nodes, it would like if it starts with 20 ducats at the end, it would be like 60 or something. Multiplied with the trade efficiency.
To the English channel are the same numbers. Of
Yeah,
so.
I guess.
Alright, let's look at Mali. Is the Mali player here? I don't think so. Whew, what's going on here? The army hasn't changed much since last session, I think. He's got 8 cav for some reason. Don't know what that's about. He's almost got his estate sorted, and when he does that, he's gonna get a huge bonus for manpower. His manpower isn't that bad to start with, so that's gonna be pretty big. Economy shriveled down a little bit, and I think I am to thank for that to some extent, because I hastily, because he asked me like before the session, like 5 minutes before the session, what do I suggest if he is gonna have a peaceful session, and I just said you might want to do a bankruptcy build or something, and that was a horrible idea for Mali because he was making so much money and he didn't really need one.
And all the devastation, I guess. But it will take back.
It will come back. So he will.
Does he still have devastation? If so, he should pay for the forts.
Yeah.
No,
he
it's
doesn't.
gone.
But prosperity is gone, so he needs the prosperity back, and it's slowly taking back. But yeah,
it's also a lot of monarch points wasted. That was bad advice.
Yeah, well, again, that's why I'm saying bad advice. So that's my fault. But also better advice for new players. Don't ask me like 5 minutes before the session what you should do, because I need to focus on my session too. And if I tell you something and I tell you that I'm not 100% sure on it, don't look at it as like word from God, you know, take it with a grain of salt. Because this was...
Hashmark not got confirmed.
Indeed. So this was obviously horrible advice and he shouldn't have done it, and I feel really bad for telling him that, but I was just trying to help. But
so diplomacy, where does Mali go? Kilba, Ottomans,
Mali
try to get something more from Spain, Aztecs.
Fucking Aztecs. I don't think you should go to
He has a lot of directions to choose. What would be best?
Mali
like
is currently
going into Kilba messes with all of Asia, to be honest.
He is
going to
currently
Ottomans,
very neutral.
Yeah.
He has the option of joining the Eastern Bloc with the Ottomans and Russia, and if he does, he practically gets to roll over Kilwa, and that would destroy the Asian trade. And doing that in combination with Britain might be a good move. Alternatively, he can try and join the Indians, because right now the global politics are shaping up and he's boxed in, so he has to choose a side, either Ottomans in Russia or the Indians. And you know, I don't think he can stay very neutral, can he?
I mean, he has to pick a side just for the sake of going somewhere. I mean, he could hope to sit just idly by and one nation collapses and he can snatch it, but that's very unlikely.
Yeah, that's
so
like
he has to pick a side and hope it's the right choice.
I think he's more vulnerable because of the gold, so I think he should pick a side.
Who are his current allies at the moment?
How about this?
He can side with the Indians and go on Ottomans if anything big happens.
Listen, how about this? I will pitch the idea for him joining the Ottomans, and then someone else can pitch the idea for him joining the Indians.
Okay, sure.
It's a fun little exercise.
What do you mean pitch?
Pitch. You know what a pitch is?
No.
So it's already a
Yeah, okay, Kashmir, go. Come on.
I think the point of him joining the Ottomans would be the better choice here, because Kilva is largely exposed, and if he allied with the Ottomans, they've already made a deal for Ethiopia. The Ottomans would be able to supply either Ottomans stay out of it, and the Indians have to ship their troops to Kilva, at which point Ottomans can attack and just roll over the Indians, or it's a 1 versus 1 where Mali almost definitely wins. It's a little bit of a stretch right now, but he still has a lot more manpower and a lot better army quality than Kilva. So I think that him joining the Ottomans is definitely the winning move, because he gets pretty much all of Africa to himself. Especially seeing as GB will likely also side with the Ottomans to raid this trade. And GB also has an incentive because he can get South Africa and Zanzibar. And basically, if Mali joins the Ottomans, he gets to share all of Africa with GB. And that would gain him a lot more than joining the other side. Go ahead.
So what? Okay, so basically, if he joins Great Britain and Ottomans versus Kilva, it would lead to basically Ottomans would want land from Kilva, Great Britain wants land from Kilva, and Mali is always going to stay weaker than Ottomans and Great Britain both. And once Okta gets a victory card on Mali, I don't think he's going to be peaceful for very long. While if he would side with the Indians, if that would even happen, and there would be a war with the Ottomans, like the land that he would take, there would be, first of all, completely uncontested, because nobody cares about Egypt and India. Like, also Kilva probably doesn't care too much about it. So I think his expansion would be way easier. There's way less problematic for later, like, hostility, because there's no possibility to spawn victory cards on each other. So
why do you think
that's a long term a lot easier?
Victory cards on each other?
How does Hindustan get a victory card on Mali? How does Nepal get a victory card on Mali?
What if you're
I mean, Kilva is
in the Middle East?
Kilva is theoretically possible, but Kilva is one player with like 3 bordering provinces, while Great Britain and Ottomans border half of Mali.
Also, we've been assuming that I would side up with the Ottomans, but
that too, like
as far as I remember, Russia is hostile to the Indians, and Russia is allied to Prussia, who I'm in a war with. Why would I help the allies of I'm at war with?
I'm just basing that assumption on your earlier comment that you might be pirating.
And that's the next point. If Ottomans kills the Indians, Ottomans are basically unstoppable, especially since Russia, Ottomans, and Russia, Prussia are friends. Like, that's a scary triumvirate.
Yeah, he can still get Japan into the trade deal.
I don't know.
Like, he could still get me into the trade deal. That
Also,
there's also
one
Europe
question,
to consider.
Wouldn't it be better for Ottomans right now to go into Russia and take back the victory card because he's losing score for it?
The Ottomans have a victory card in Russia? What?
No, you took a victory card, your victory card from Ottomans, and that means Ottomans is getting permanently -1 score.
Oh, well, we'll get to that when we go to the Ottomans.
Yeah, that's the next point that I want to make. Like, why would Ottomans join Mali to fight Kilva and the Indians? Like, what's to gain for Ottomans? If it goes bad, like, the Indians only focus him, then I don't think Ottomans can beat Hindustan and Nepal both. So that's going to be super, like a insanely expensive war, while Ottomans is also bordering Prussia and Italy and like Russia and stuff. So why would Ottomans join that?
How is the Ottoman Navy, by the way?
And the only thing
it's not.
So I mean, I don't think Ottomans is in a position to have any death wars at the moment, because he borders so many nations that as soon as he's like bankrupt, like, he would just get attacked from all sides. So
Except that
why would India and Ottomans kill each other like that? Seems kind of stupid. And also, like, if Indians would fight Ottomans and Ottomans loses, then Prussia eats Ottomans. So that's also long-term bad for us.
Well, there I don't think I agree with that, because Prussia is already in a death war, and Prussia and Ottomans have a deal. So I don't see.
Yeah, for now, but like,
anyway,
you saw all of Europe was fighting, and everybody else catched up. And if now Ottomans goes in a big war with India, everybody else outgrows us as well. So I'm not sure if that's smart.
We just wanted to hear the pitch for Mali, so let's move on to the next nation. We're gonna look at Ottomans next.
Ottoman is a strong nation, to be honest.
Everyone's going plutocratic. I think you memed people too hard.
Yes, I was successful.
Why?
I'm not
to be
gonna go
honest,
political.
I didn't even hear the advice from Leo. I just every time I should have taken offensive, by the way, but every time I just fall for Pluto because I need a merchant, and I like the manpower recovery. That's like the only thing I like.
I think like Ottomans and Russia are the nations that need bureaucratic the least because you already have force limit in your national ideas, and I think that's the big seller in this mod for bureaucratic ideas.
And we have so many provinces to build more force
Yeah.
limit in. It's just
But more is always more, isn't it?
Yeah.
but not in this case. I don't think so. I don't think you needed more force limit. But anyway, what else
You
is
always
going
need more
on?
force limit, catch
And,
mark.
what else is going on in the Ottoman Empire, and why do you have all your forts on full maintenance?
Oh, no idea. The thing that happened is that I was just building like militarist stuff. You can see in the right part of the screen that I'm actually building soldiers' households. Like right now, it came into multiple like parts, and I went from 330,000, I believe, to 700,000. So it was pretty nice. There are some manufacturers to be built as well, and I just was using the money to build, like simple as that. Because I was falling behind from.
Very good of
About-
them. You can maintain your force limit, I think. So.
Yeah, that's why I wanted to increase it, but.
But you got insane amounts.
Why do you have 19 cab around still?
I don't know. It wasn't. I would probably delete it when I went if I went into a play war right now. But since I don't have a reason, why not? I don't know.
Well, because they're costing you maintenance right now.
Yeah, I don't have my armies maintained. I didn't have my armies maintained most of the session. It was like.
I see. And any reason you don't build up your force limit more, or towards your force limit more?
I consider manpower more important. Like I have got almost 600 force limit. I didn't see a reason to get even more.
No,
like,
why don't you build up towards your force limit?
Like I get it. I don't see a reason why to. It didn't seem like I'm going into war, and it costs money. So, like, I could have built more buildings.
Fair enough.
Simple as that.
Fair enough. Yeah. Are you doing the?
Yeah, I would like to, but it's going slowly because I don't want them to be unhappy.
So you're not going
and
for absolutism?
No, not at all.
Very large amount of loans you can take. Just generally a pretty nice country. I just think you need to. You're wasting money with all the forts. Like this one, for example. I don't know what that's about.
Yeah.
They just free war score if Prussia ever declares on you, but this one too. I think you need to delete some forts and consider your fort line a little more, and
yeah, that's true. I agree.
Not maintain the useless ones, and I would definitely build up fort line in the mountains towards the east, because that is
of course
crucial one right now. Anything else anyone would like to add for the Ottomans?
I mean, it's a strong and healthy nation. The only problem with Ottomans is that he's surrounded by so many strong countries.
Yeah, of course.
But the advantage
Sorry.
No, I mean the advantage at the same time is that you're surrounded by so many because you're so large. So even if somebody declares on you and you're not prepared, like they can't really break through too much until you.
Yeah, true.
So I think Ottomans is in a good position.
I also made some trade companies, and I hope it was like a good idea when you open the subject. That I got a merchant from it, and I'm just stealing trade from the Asians basically, and Kilwas from the Gulf of Aden and stuff. So that's kind of what I'm doing.
Well, that's
I got 74. It's like
3 entire ducats. Whatever will I do?
I mean, you have a lot.
Can build a trade fleet.
You have. I was gonna say you have a lot of sailors. You have a lot of money, and you have the naval capacity. I would build a trade fleet in the Indian Ocean and start steering more out of it, because they're funneling a lot of money through here. And if you just start if you sent a trade fleet to Gujarat, you could be stealing a lot more money than you are now.
Yeah, true.
Or a pirate fleet, whatever.
As a counterpoint, don't do that. That would be really uncool.
Yeah, like I mean that would
point
make,
of view.
First of all, I mean the point is we could still just, instead of moving the trade through Gujarat, we would have to move it through Coromandel, which would lose us a little bit of money, but it wouldn't kill the trade deal.
True, but then
I mean,
just
Ottomans would also have like
Yeah, but
3
I'm not-
deadly
I'm not-
enemies from that point forward.
Well,
So-
I think he already has deadly enemies because you're already like contesting for Persia, and you already said that is your personal space. So I don't know that this.
I say that you are in the personal space. I didn't say Ottomans on my personal
So
space.
Persia is in your personal space.
I mean, Ottomans and I are in a situation where we both have a mountain fort line against each other, so I think that's fair. So we should just stay out of each other's way, I think. While Kazakh is like a vassal, so it's like, and Russia is also like not as scary as Ottomans.
I just don't see.
so-
Oh, so it's basically Ottomans gets weaker, then he's in trouble. Good to know.
I mean-
so I don't know if that is a safe situation, but yeah, I definitely a couple things that could improve the country a lot, but still a very strong country, and that's about it. Does anyone else have anything to add for the second time? No? Flappy, you?
No, not really. I think it's said everything
yeah, we
important.
didn't. We never went over your diplomacy. What are your opinions on everything?
Yeah, it's like the deploy is not so easy, right? I wasn't really friendly with like the Western group, like France, GB, and Aztecs, but I think that cooled down a little because we have pretty much nothing to fight over right now. So that's like a good sign into the future. Then, like obviously, I've got to trade with Russia. I've got to not trade. What do you say? Deal. I've got to deal with Russia, and Italy. We have like given victory cards to each other, and I'm trying to be friends with Mali as it could be useful in the future. And then like it's Leo who is or Hindustan who is expanding into my spheres of interest. So yeah.
Yikes.
I think that's about the enemy part.
Yikes.
Yeah, someone mentioned that you lose points for losing your victory card, someone else's victory card. I didn't know that was a thing. How long does that modifier persist?
Forever until you get it back.
Why doesn't he have one for Dalmatia? Or wait, didn't she give it a victory card
He
to
does.
Italy?
Yeah, Ottomans is losing 2 points.
Yeah,
I
Ass of
thought he
Enred.
also gave another one to Italy, but I guess I'm wrong.
No. That's like Italy gave it to me, not.
Oh, right. I thought Italy had a victory card on you. Okay, my bad. I see.
It's Red Ruthenius, so it's to Prussia. He's losing to Prussia.
When did the next victory cards come out?
In 15
years.
15 years.
15?
Yes.
Okay. So there might be a way to balance that out by getting the trade back, I guess, if you get it on Russia. But let's move on to Russia now. Who wants to
Sick
bully
man
my
of
country?
Europe.
Who wants to bully my
Just
country today? I don't know if I'm the sick man
What
of
the
Europe
shit
anymore.
country? Oh my god, my eyes, man!
I mean, if you want me to bully you, why didn't you have taken the trade company land from Nogai to get all the Astrakhan trade money?
I couldn't yet, because admin reasons. What trade company land?
The two states that are in Central Asia, you can make them trade companies, and they are in the
right.
Astrakhan trade node.
Yeah.
That gives you a lot more trade money that you can push then into Kazan.
Yeah, no, I just couldn't because of admin points. I had I mean, when the session started, there was Uzbek had, I think, this state and this state, so I had to prioritize on that because Nepal was literally going to split my country in half. And Nogai was also a lot more north, so all of these conquests I knew. I had a lot more, and I just wasn't ordering this, and it wasn't a priority. But yeah, very good point, so thank you for that.
And it's also only half admin cost since you only have core them when they're a trade company.
Yeah.
You don't have to full core it, and you have permaclaim on it. That's also a discount. So
that's a very good point, but I don't know if I agree with the dying man of Europe because, as you can see, I've built up.
It was a joke. It was a joke.
I've built up my force limit.
You finally make some money.
I finally make a good amount of money. I think I doubled my income from last session, so I think that's very good to double my income in one session.
Yeah.
I built up my manpower. I have more manpower than any of the Asians, I think, and yeah, just I don't think it's that bad of a country. The morale's
it's a decent country. I was making a joke. The only thing that I don't understand is why do you have so many troops at the moment? I mean,
because
you're just paying for.
I just spawned 100,000, 120,000 Streltsy
Okay.
because I thought there was gonna be war, but Prussia was too late to call me in on. So I just spawned 120,000 for no reason. But
Okay, that makes
To,
sense.
to be the top in military for score, obviously.
Oh yeah, definitely. But also with the threats coming from Japan and Nepal, I think those 120,000 might come in useful. And also I wanted to grow the. I didn't want to, because I was capped out on 150 progress, so I didn't want to waste it.
Okay. You're also paying for your troops, so does that have a reason?
I
or-
am right now because I just got out of a war, I think.
Okay.
No, I didn't. I don't know what that's about.
You have 22k condis to Prussia that are
Yes.
heading towards west.
That would be the reason then. I forgot about that. I sent condottieri to Prussia at the end of the session because I just found out that we're allowed to do that in the rule set. And
Yeah.
I just saw that the insane amount of Aztec and like other troops that shouldn't be there, so I felt I need to help out Prussia.
Yeah, Prussia's kind of getting screwed by alliance
So wait,
rules
wait.
again.
So condottieri are allowed.
You can
Yes,
only
of
send
course.
up to two units of condottieri. So since I'm already sending 22,000 to Prussia, only one more side can send 22,000. So if you talk to like Ottomans or something, they can send another army of 22,000, and that's it.
It makes sense. Makes sense, and it's fair, I guess.
I don't agree with the 2-year rule. This war kind of enlightened me in the way that that's very unfair and unbalanced.
I think the year rule is fine, maybe extended a bit, but it's like really annoying if you fought like a 15-year war, the session ends, and start of next session, like great
What I
power
wanted
on
to
number
show
X,
you-
Y, and Z join on one side, and like it's really annoying.
What
so
I
like,
wanted to show you, what I was really happy about, is I got 3 gold mines in Siberia, and I've never gotten that in any of my single player games. So that's pretty good. I think the chances are pretty low, right?
I mean, you can manipulate them by just abandoning colony, sending it again, abandoning it, sending it
The
again.
main reason for the 2-year war is to prevent players like me now declaring on Prussia instead of joining the war, fighting him 100%, him surrendering to me, keep fighting Swiss, and then me allying Swiss and getting called to defend him.
Yeah, but we could just
getting
make a
around
rule
the
about.
truce.
Yeah,
We could
could
just
make
make a
rule
rule
to
about that, though.
ban exploits.
Like if you have a.
Yeah, but that's why it was created in the first place.
Right, but
Yeah, but it still has a few holes, so we
just
should
to
talk
show off
about
my
it.
country a little bit.
It
more-
has many holes.
Lots
you have an
of-
idle merchant.
What?
You have an idle merchant.
Yes, a merchant that's
I'm
not doing
pretty
anything.
sure I just got that from the Bracing like the month before the game ended.
Okay.
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 But yeah, where would I send that anyway? Where do you recommend? Siberia, probably?
Can you flip to trade mode? Otherwise, it's.
Crimea.
Okay.
Why would I do Crimea?
Crimea into Kiev into Novgorod.
Yeah, but what can I do? Not have any
How is-
provinces in Crimea. I can't do the train.
You
Samarkand.
have trade power, like you have actually decent trade power there.
Where's the Samarkand trade going at the moment? I mean, that,
Samarkand trade is going into Astrakhan.
really?
No, it's split. It's split.
Well, not all of it.
Yeah, click on the trade node, please. Click on the trade node, and then hover over outgoing.
Outgoing. Yeah, half.
Okay. Because you have like so much trade power, I think if you maybe it would go higher, but I'm not sure.
I don't know if my vessel is. Oh, he is transferring trade. I don't know why. Probably because it's all level 1 centers of trade.
I mean, you could also put him into Persia theoretically, because with your like inland nodes give you trade power based on like the merchants give you trade power based on your and Persia.
Yeah, but he has no trade power there. You can put him there.
Yeah,
I
but
think
he
Crimea and
would
Samarkand
get
are more
a lot though. His merchant would be alone like 50 trade power or something. He
And
would get
Persia
like
gets
7-8%, I think,
Do you
just
think
from
Persia
that.
will be better than Crimea?
I think Crimea.
It's hard to say.
Yeah, Crimea would
think
probably
Crimea
piss
is-
off my ally though. So I think Persia might be a
Wait,
better choice.
it would piss off Prussia, your only ally right now? Or?
No, Ottomans, obviously, my best friend.
Why is
I've been,
Ottomans
I've
allied
been,
to
I've
Russia?
been saying since game 1
Yikes.
that Ottomans and I are
Disgusting
best
Eastern
friends.
European hackbox. Yeah, disgusting. Also, like
Yes.
your good friend still has the vessels that have all the cores on you.
Yes, well, what vessel? What do you mean? Oh, the Poland and Lithuania. Yes, of course.
Yeah.
Wait, they still exist?
That is just.
Didn't you guys make a deal about them dying? Like,
Oh.
That is
Okay.
just a gesture of friendship. It's a trust exercise. You see. Right.
I mean, they're gonna lose their cars pretty soon, anyways,
Yeah.
Exactly.
and then they're not worth much.
Yeah.
Anyway,
Which means wars between Ottoman and Russia is gonna happen pretty soon, I guess, before they lose the course.
is it? I don't know. We've been eternal friends since the session 1. Let's look at
Okay.
Prussia.
One more thing is your orthodoxy. You can get it to 100% just by getting metropolitans. You can get a 60% additional, so you can hit 100% easily.
Oh, you don't know that, Kashmak?
No, I didn't pay attention to that. Is there a lot of benefits from getting to 100%?
Yes.
Yes.
Manpower. Like,
You get like
Manpower.
20% more manpower, I think.
yeah.
There's also a metropolitan map mode, by the way, where you can
Yeah.
see which ones you can still
There's a map
concentrate.
mode for it.
Yes,
No,
Yes.
there is.
where is
Yeah.
it?
There it is.
I
There
think
it is.
here,
Yeah,
the top one.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Oh,
all the green
nice.
ones.
Like the
can
green,
be
the green ones you can put down, and then if you go to 100, I think it's 30%
Oh, that would
No.
be the problem though,
33%.
because I am
manpower, and right now you
very
get like 20.
colorblind, so
or
all of
something.
these look the same to me.
Here,
Yeah.
oh.
That's what?
Okay.
All of
It
these
also-
look the same to me.
No, go right.
Oh,
Yeah.
there it is. There's another one. All right. Anyway, thanks for the advice. Good advice. Let's
So yeah,
let's
it
go.
also reduces devastation.
That is very good. Let's go into Prussia. I feel really bad for him. I didn't like. I mean, I felt bad for the Swiss at first, and then I saw that half the fucking world is jumping to his defense. So now I feel bad for Prussia. He's pretty much drained almost all of his manpower. I wonder if he drilled or if he slackened. No, not
He
at all.
didn't
No.
select once, so like
Ooh.
Prussia is right now the
Prussia
strongest
is a
nation
fucking
by far.
juggernaut. Look at that shit.
Yeah.
He has
Yeah, so
almost 2 million manpower from slackening. That is
And
Yeah.
you still guys wonder if why Ottomans and Russia are friends.
yeah, so like now it's prime time to backstab.
Oh, we wouldn't do such a
Yes.
thing. That is preposterous. Anyway, let's look at what's going on in Prussia. Insane manpower pool. He's obviously doing the manpower exploit from the Junkers like I've been recommending to everyone else. Except for Prussia, I think he has added benefits from it too, doesn't he? Apparently not.
I'm not sure, but it's still gonna be very helpful, obviously.
Anyway, when he gives, every time he clicks sale of titles, he's gonna get a lot more land, a lot more money, and all of that land is gonna go towards the Junkers as soon as he gets rid of this 1% from the burgers.
Yeah. How does he get
Yeah,
rid of that though?
He won't
You
be able
can
to get
either
rid of it.
seize- You can just seize, and then burgers are gonna be at 0, Junkers are gonna be at 10,
Yeah.
and then you
No,
sell.
Are they
But
going to
he-
be at 0 or 0
I don't
No.
think he has to do that though. Even like I would just keep selling it. Like in the end, Burger's gonna have like 4%, and Junkers are gonna have like 65 or something. I mean, every
Yeah,
time like
well, you know.
it's like at the moment, for example, like they have like 19 out of 20. So from the next 10% that you sell, Burgers are gonna get like a 0.5%, and the Junkers are gonna get 9.5. So I don't think that's too bad.
That's true.
His
But when you
nation
siege land,
is
you don't siege equal amounts.
completely.
Yeah,
walled
like
up.
I think if you seize the same problem, yeah, like burgers wouldn't go to 0. I think.
They
Yeah.
would though. I've had
No,
that
no.
happen in
No,
the past.
No,
and-
look at the tooltip. You only lose 0.2% from burgers from siege.
I think
because it's also adjusted on percentages.
I
like you
think that
could
might be
def, I
above-
think.
I think that might be a.
Uh,
No,
Let
it's
me-
not.
I
think-
I
what's
think
the,
it's not percentage-wise if you def crown land.
Yeah, with deving
Yeah.
it might be possible to get
Yeah,
there.
I
But
know it's like you
What's the
can get an
command
estimate.
to end wars?
Just white piece, they can install a white piece now. if you
just
want.
yeah, like you can just white piece the war. But why do that though? Like at the moment we don't want we want to look at the war maybe from the Swiss side, right?
I'll just reload. I already fucked it up. But yeah, I'll just white piece just so I can test out the thing. Because I'm pretty sure they go. Yep, they go to. Oh,
Yeah, like 0.963.
Yep, 0.9.
okay. Well,
So like it's not and it's not that big of a problem. Like if you maxed out your Junkers land, the burgers are gonna have 3 or 4%. Like that's not really an issue, I think.
alright,
I mean, it's still you're still gonna get so high in Junkers land. It's crazy. So
Yeah, it's not gonna be.
like having 1% or
Impactful.
2%, like away from perfection, it's not the end of the world. It's still better than 99% of the other countries, I think. So.
Yeah, and also like if you conquer land, it always messes it up a bit more.
Yeah. All right.
So-
Do we want to look at Prussia some more? Because from what I can see, he's not taking any loans. He can take almost 100k in loans, probably more after I transfer trade to him. And yeah, he can probably get a lot more after I transfer trade to him. And
All what I'm gonna say is he's gonna be making money back. That's all I'm gonna say.
he's gonna be making money back.
Yeah, because Great Britain is privateering his node. I'm just gonna move there and like sink the ships, and he's gonna be making money back.
Ooh, that is.
Don't you have just galleys? Yeah. So
Yeah, but I
just-
still win an open sea. It doesn't. I
We'll
still
look
win an
at
open
Italy in a
sea.
minute. All right. Is that it?
I
for
wouldn't bet on
Prussia,
that
then?
one.
Yeah, I think that's it for Prussia. Just in a very good state. He's not gonna lose this war anytime soon, and he's not lost any forts. In fact, he's on the. He's lost one fort, but I just Prussia can fight for a very long time. Let's look at Italy.
Yeah, Italy
Yeah,
is the sick man of Europe,
Italy
to be honest.
can't do that what Prussia can.
Um,
Cut a long
I
story
don't
short.
see that statement from Italy though, because you only have 85 galleys and 9 heavies. How are you gonna beat?
The thing is, like, how much higher is his naval morale compared to GB's?
4.18 versus 4.92, so not even higher.
So yeah, GB heavies should blow them out of the water.
They don't. You can test it if you want, but
I mean, the point is that
inland I win 100%, but on open sea it's back and forth. But I think I can still win an open sea even if I have less.
By the way,
Italy has so many modifiers for his galleys, though. That's crazy. Like they're insanely strong. Versus he gets their 15, then I think he has like maritime ideas, which gives another. Maybe not. Maybe I'm stupid. No, but it gives naval engagement with, which is really big.
It's good.
More
for
hit
galleys.
by ship slots.
GB has it as well, maritime.
Okay.
But it's
Wait,
not as good for heavies, is
which maritime doctrine does Italy have, if I may ask?
it?
Don't think we have
Yeah,
naval
galley.
morale.
Galley committability as well, yeah. I mean, I think his galleys are really good. So in inland seas, it's not a question, and in outland sea, you should kill the British ships in the Gulf of Venice. By the way,
Yeah. I was kind of AFK half the war. Like I was doing some shit on presentation. It's a university shit.
Yeah, that's
so
what I was asking about, because you haven't even sieged down Milan or attempted to.
Yeah, I was sitting down. I got stacked by twice. I wasn't even looking at the game because the guy fucked up the project and like I want my fucking grade, so I just tried to tab in, tab out. But I mean,
Can I
it's
ask why you have the farmlands fort on Milan?
I don't know. It was just there since the beginning, and I was like, fuck it, just leave it there. It's
Doesn't
fine.
that if you delete it, the Como fort is gonna overwrite it, and then they can't go through. This way, if they siege Milan, they can just walk through. I think.
no, they can't. They're gonna get the bug that they only can move to Coen or even maybe, and then they are stuck in Milan, and you can wipe them there because they're not allowed to move out of it anymore.
All right,
Like having forts like this can really screw your opponent because
I
of
think
a
the
bug.
bigger problem for Milan is for Italy, Tech 19. It's such a big jump. It's new infantry. It's tech. Yeah. So right now his troops are.
Yeah, I fucked up as I always do before embracing. I teched up before embracing for somehow. I click it, doesn't click. I just teched up once.
Are you running
then
a
I-
morale advisor on purpose?
Yeah.
Don't you think this
mean-
would be better this late?
I'm not sure. I think morale is still better to win battles. Like if you want to preserve manpower, discipline, sure, but if you want to win battles, then I would still go morale.
I'm pretty sure it's also just gonna be moral feeding, not really doing that much else.
My
think
brain,
it's,
my mind, I was just on support Prussia's troops. So I think I'm more better if on because I don't know if two nations fight one battle, how much does the discipline affect it? Does the discipline gets divided by half or anything?
No,
like that?
it still affects your troops.
It depends on your troops, but yeah, if you have high morale infantry frontline and behind you you have Prussian cannons, then you clearly want morale and not cannon discipline.
Yeah,
that's why I'm going for morale because I'm gonna support Prussia's troops.
could go Defender of the Faith as well.
That won't
You
help
should
it.
hire
Level 1.
higher level advisor.
Okay.
One is done.
Yeah. There's a lot of like
I mean,
economic.
to be fair, like we can't really be harsh with Italy if he wasn't there. Really, if he was like distracted by schoolwork, I mean that's
Yeah,
a good excuse.
Prussia's doing really well. I don't know about Italy, and that's the only other ally he has in the war, which is really a shame.
I don't have any mercs. I can just merc. I'm not really. I don't know.
But can your economy sustain mercs?
I mean,
Really at this point.
I am most likely gonna bankrupt, so I'm just I have my loans. I can just take mercs and go on.
So that's the thing. Like you will go one bankruptcy, next what's again bankruptcy. Is it really worth to keep fighting bankruptcy wars?
I mean, especially if Prussia is not even taking loans yet. Like
I think he kind of has to here, because if Prussia falls and
Prussia
yeah, but why doesn't Prussia take
I
loans?
see it.
Then?
I see it.
Like, Prussia has
Switzerland, France
manpower.
block. I mean, my trade. I'm not even making a lot of for my trade. I need the rest of Italian land back, and it's one alliance block over there. So I just I get a side with Prussia.
yeah.
I mean,
So I need my role.
the smart thing for Italy would have been, for Switzerland and France would have been just to give Italy Naples and then have a friend there instead of an enemy. I mean,
Yeah, I don't know why they chose to antagonize Italy.
That was suggested and declined by the Ottomans
What? No, I
a
think
long time ago.
What did the Ottomans have to do with it?
why did the Ottomans decide who gets Naples? Like, what the hell?
No, they asked me about Naples and Milan. I said, okay, yes, it's fine. But then they declared on Spain instantly, and we were at war, and that happened.
Interesting. Alright, anything else to add about Italy? Nope, let's move on to Switzerland.
I have theocracy. I don't know if you want to check.
Oh yeah,
it gives
let's,
double
let's
bonus.
see the bonus you were
Double-
referring to. Is this one?
There's, yeah, but there's another bonus down the sixth one. Yes, it's number 6, tier 6. It's a naval bonus as well. So I'm just gonna take that as well.
Damn, lots of naval bonuses for Italian theocracy apparently. Why aren't more people going theocracy? This
I don't know. Isn't theocracy like strong as shit?
Yeah, it looks very
good. The problem is you reset all your reform progress. So like if you plan to go revolutionary, it hurts you.
I think we might be seeing a Russian theocracy next session.
No, like Russian.
No, yeah.
Tsardom gives
You
all the
Tsardom though, like why would you go?
Oh right, no, yeah, I remember I would lose Tsardom. That's why I didn't go Russian theocracy. I forgot. Alright, let's look at Swiss. So the epicenter of the Boogaloo has a lot more force limit than I anticipated. 260k, it's very strong. Very strong economy still, but Swiss has been doing good all game long. It's just it's easy to get overlooked, but it's a very strong nation, just not as strong as Prussia. Almost out of manpower. His manpower cap is a bit low, is the only thing I'd say.
I mean,
But
that's not
It's
where.
a mercenary nation, so why care about manpower?
he's heavy into loans. How much can he go into loans? He has 15. Okay, no, not heavy. Yeah, he can go a lot more into debt.
He's 10% into loans.
Yeah. Why quality?
The one he would have actually been an idea to go plutocratic for the Merc discipline.
That's what I was
Like the
gonna
one
say.
country that might actually be good to go plutocratic doesn't go it. That makes me sad.
Yeah, but I think the quality is way. Like,
yeah, maybe then instead of offensive or quantity or
yeah,
something.
instead of offensive, I think.
He gave all of his lands to burghers.
Yeah.
I don't understand this. He gave all of the crown land to burghers. Why?
Don't think that's intentional.
I don't think that's intentional either. That gives you no bonuses, does it?
No.
No, you get these bonuses by default when they're loyal. I don't think that. Okay, it's probably a mistake. I'm gonna go with that. I just don't know how he gets this bad. But yeah, let's not.
You go to 100% crown land, then you take some land, and it starts spiraling out of control, and suddenly burgers has a lot.
I just don't know why he didn't give it to the nobility instead, but because he's getting no. That's why his manpower is so bad, because he's getting no bonus from the nobility right now, like 0.
I mean, you could make an argument for Switzerland to go down to 100% crown land and have 0 estate land at all, because he doesn't really need the manpower if he's going to be.
Again, with that doesn't really give you any bonuses, because when you sell titles at 100% crown land, you get no money at all. You get way less money than you get this way.
But we're not that far away from Swiss having infinite money, regardless. So
Alright, not going for absolutism. He's a republic. Autonomous Swiss cantons. I didn't know this was a thing. But
Yeah, that's the special Merc one.
What's the second? Wait, what's the second reform?
republicanism.
I thought I saw infantry combat ability.
Wait a second. I think sortition is better than republicanism, by the way. Political dynasties. I'm sorry. Political dynasties, because every time your ruler dies, you can elect his nephew, and the nephew's always 30 years old. So that way you always get a young.
they fixed it.
Okay. And then another thing I want to say, I think he's not taking morale from government reforms, but there's a morale.
He is taking that one, but more important than that, the third government reform. If he's not going for absolutism, go for the short election terms.
Yeah,
you want them as short as possible to re-elect, so they go up in points as ASAP.
Yeah,
or you
but
can cut away bad rulers.
But tier 6 is morale though, right?
Tier 8.
No, tier 8. Okay, he took it. I'm sorry, I'm stupid.
Yeah.
Okay.
Alright, I think that would be it for I like how he just agrees with his statement. Yes. Alright, that would be it for Swiss. Let's look at France. France spiraling into debt again. I don't know why France has such.
Does
a
he have
economy.
manufactories? Does he? I don't think he has manufactories. He only makes 58 from production.
He should click his mission instantly. I just noticed.
He doesn't have any manufacturers almost.
What mission?
Very
what mission
few
does he have?
production buildings. Some manpower buildings.
But not
but I think manpower buildings he doesn't really need enforce limit. What he needs is money. I mean,
his manpower is really low. His force limit.
Yeah, but you can always merc. The problem is, like, if you have money, you can build buildings. And like, the first thing you want to fix is your finances.
What do you suggest for the next idea group?
Defensive, offensive, plutocratic. Make your pick.
I think I would always go for offensive, because the bonuses you get for the generals are just insane, and you get 5+5 disc, which is also pretty important this late on.
I mean, defensive. Defensive is your manpower pool because of the attrition loss.
I mean,
and
this late on,
I would go defensive.
The pips,
I would go defensive.
The pips for the infantry are getting so high that they're almost never going to rout, so the battles just last forever, and I think the more
that's not how pips work.
No,
Yeah, that's not. Yeah. And also, like, the morale, like, if you have more morale, you do more morale damage, and I feel like preserving manpower and having more morale in battle is the best for France, because that's the only... If he is in constant wars, I feel like defensive is better than offensive. Because Switzerland is always gonna have decent generals, right? Because Switzerland went offensive, right?
He went autocratic. Oh, he went offensive.
Yeah, but he also has offensive though, so you can just use like Aztec or Swiss generals and instead
don't use Aztec generals, they're bad.
Yeah,
and also Aztec cannons.
Yeah. What mission did you say?
The top, scroll all the way up, Royal establish the musketeers, click the mission.
What happens there?
And then an event pops up, okay.
Do I have to?
It gives 10 army professionalism, that's nice, but it also gives a permanent modifier giving plus 25% local manpower modifier on every provinces, garrison growth plus 10%, and local defensiveness plus 10%.
Isn't it only on Paris?
That's permanent?
Only Paris, never mind. But it's permanent.
Oh,
I didn't. I thought it's nationwide. It's only Paris. No,
if it was nationwide, that would be.
It's
shit, man! What the fuck?
10 professionalism for free.
Yeah, I mean, he should pick that for, like, if I may just say, like, why I think defensive is so good also, because France has 20% morale in his ideas. He also went reformed, so he gets the morale from the reformed religion. So he can just stack morale. I think that's the most efficient. Because most modifiers in EU4 are the best if you can stack them.
Yeah.
Not combat modifiers, because they're multiplicably.
Yeah. They're not, but morale is the only combat modifier which you still want to stack. Because, like, if your opponent has the strongest troop in the world, but 3 morale, and you have the weakest ones, but 7 morale, you're still gonna win.
Yeah, I mean, you can, with some Scorched Earth, you can stack wipe if he's engaging on you with 1 morale, more or less. if you score certain, he engages and can't reinforce in time. You just get a
Yeah,
stack weapon
like
because
morale is the one military modifier that if you stack it is still super strong. Like
So-
discipline and stuff is overrated, I think, in stacking it, but the other ones.
So far, two nations not in a very good spot compared to Prussia. If this was just a 1 versus 2, I would say that Prussia would win. But still have Britain to look at in this war and Aztec, so let's look at Britain.
Maybe like the thing for France, he should have taken his victory card from AI Spain because he fought a war after the initial war, but he didn't take his victory card, Sevilla.
That's a 2k2 as well, yeah, so
Yeah.
I just don't think France is playing for score at this point anymore. 'Cause it's
France
quite low.
isn't playing for score anymore.
Yeah, let's look at
So-
Britain.
Okay.
Insane income.
-3 stability, yikes.
Yeah, let's look at disasters.
happened there?
And about to hit a disaster. What a weak nation, TBH.
Yeah, court and country. Why would you
You're
ever do
doing
that?
court and country. That kind of indicates you're not very invested in the Prussian war, doesn't it?
Sorry, 1 second.
Okay.
Sorry, I was AFK for 1 second. Yeah, I'm doing court and country, but I got wrecked. I was at 90% in the ticking up, and it reset because my unrest got too low, so I had to wreck my country even more to get into it.
Does that indicate that you're not very invested into the Prussian war, doing court and
No,
country?
court and country makes you better at fighting wars because you have a constant event giving you 3 years worth of manpower. So the only thing it really hurts is your money, and you get more manpower. So it's perfectly fine to
I
fight.
thought it spawns rebels proportionate to your force limit as well.
Yeah. There's a few rebels, but you can just kill those.
I just kind of figured that might be a problem fighting another war. But
Great Britain only has a force limit of 226 anyways,
Yeah.
so...
Yeah, so it's
besides
and
that-
I was setting up court and country and absolutism with a really nice strict 666 scholar, and he died, and now a 225 grabbed power as a dictator and fucked up my entire country.
Yikes.
So that's
At least he's very old, so that shouldn't last long.
no, that's horrible because I need my Republican tradition up before he dies.
Oh, I see. Any reason you're keeping 100% crown land?
Yeah, so that I can win court and country.
Oh, smart. And do you plan on feeding the nobles afterwards?
Yes, once I will see the. Yeah, I will be feeding them once country is done.
One little tip for GB: he can keep privateering Lübeck without having his chips out. If
Yeah,
you,
I
like,
know.
if they start privateering and then-
Yeah, let them take a maintenance hit and maintenance them, right?
No, just keep them privateering, send them, go to port while at war. If they've already started privateering, then go to port. They still project the trade power.
Yeah,
I think
thank you.
at least that works for protecting trade. I'm pretty sure it works for privateering as
Yeah,
well.
I know it works for. Yeah, I'll take a test on that and.
Wouldn't that be an exploit?
It would be,
It's
yes.
a feature.
No, it's an exploit. I would say that's an
I would
exploit.
consider that an exploit, and I don't think that should be allowed.
It's so hard to enforce. That's the issue.
Yeah, but
How
it's
do you
still...
judge if a fleet sits
like,
at
that's
port?
Wait, just to get this clear, you're saying that is an exploit, but if I had kept Holland as a what's it called?
Scutage?
Scutage, and Prussia had declared on Holland, and I didn't even get to fight to protect it, that would not be an exploit?
No, because you decide to make it a scutage, so that's your own mistake. But that thing is a game mechanic that's working in a very stupid way, which should...
I mean, you can still do it by forcing the navy out by occupying the province.
Yeah, but if you do it at the time when the ships are close to Great Britain, it's not gonna happen, right?
They're always going to go to port somewhere in the Dutch provinces. So they're always going to be close to the border.
I mean, I would consider it an exploit if you have pirate power in a node without actually having pirates there. I would say that's an exploit. So
Definitely, yeah.
Yeah.
So I think that's about it to say for Great Britain. Prussia still would win 1 versus 3 here, I'd say, because Yeah, just he had 3,000 manpower, 3 million manpower. So just like it does, the three so far don't compare. They outnumber him greatly, but I don't think they can sustain as much.
Kill 3 million.
I mean, Prussia's also about to finish his next idea group and then gets the 5 discipline from, I think from the idea group, maybe not. No, it's quantity, not, but from the policy. So I think
Yeah, but the other
when he
nations are
finishes
also doing
quantity,
that.
He's also gonna get.
France isn't. France isn't.
He's gonna get the bigger
Aztecs
force
is.
limit.
And Aztecs is finishing quality. That's a bit bigger boost.
I don't think it's a bigger boost because Prussia's army numbers will go from 250 to like 300.
Yeah, but he still hasn't the money to sustain them, so then he will have to start dipping into loans.
Yeah, but did you see his loan capacity?
Yeah.
91,000. I think that would be able
It's
to.
90k. That's like 90k. Like it's...
Yeah,
Like if Prussia had right now 150k more troops, I think he would just push. He could push.
Yeah. So far, 3 versus 1. I think. Well, realistically, 3 versus 2. I think Prussia needed to win. So when we get to Aztec, we're gonna reevaluate the war, I guess.
Gonna skip Portugal or look at
no,
Portugal?
of course not. Why would we skip Portugal?
By the way, before we move on, transferring trade and taking loans. What should we just leave that for the remaining of the season? Because
I don't think we should change any rules in the middle of the season. Because
I don't know if anyone else benefited from that. I think France is the only one that benefited from that in one war. Didn't bankrupt. He just did it, and Spain and France basically did. So I think
let's discuss that after the video and see if we want to change it or not. All right, let's go to Portugal. See what's happening here. Did he? It looks like he made some sort of an agreement with France, so he wouldn't die. And he has guaranteed by Aztecs, so that is probably a very good thing for him. How the fuck did that happen? How did he get guaranteed by the Aztecs?
I mean, I can shed a bit light on it. I mean, we were like, okay, we can kill Portugal, no questions asked. He can't fight back, but he's a new player, so he can have fun. If someone gets a victory card on it, yeah, it's not a question, you're gonna get it. Yeah. So let him just be there and have some fun. And a question: as an overlord, can you release and play as your colonial subject?
No. Not play.
No.
You can only play as the subject you release on day 1. I'm pretty sure that's in the rules.
So we could not switch into Rio da Prata right now.
No, because that would make Exodus way too easy. And like for example, you could play a Portugal rush for Texas, then just banker Portugal conquering Texas, release and play as Texas,
If
and
he
like
dies,
form Texas.
I don't even.
If he dies, he can reseed on it, I guess. But that is a different thing.
You can give it a shipment of lands as well, so that's.
Yeah, so if he dies, he can reseed on it, but he can't just you know.
I think that was his plan at the end of this of last session, because this Portugal is going nowhere. But yeah. Okay, then
he fixed his estates finally. That's really good. I'm proud to see that. It's a bit late, but it's better late than never. Making okay-ish income. I think I would hire better advisors and.
His income is deceiving. It's way higher because he also gets the treasure fleets from the New World.
Oh yeah. How much does he get? 160 and 280. Not that much, but yeah, it is higher. How often do trade fleets come? Once a year or something?
I don't know.
I have no
I mean,
idea.
if it's once a year, that means he would get from Brazil 24 ducats a month. So
I would not know. I think it's more than once a year. Anyway, not much to say about Portugal. We gave him advice how to play better next time. But yeah, at this point, I don't think there's much to say. If you want to cooperate with Aztec, just listen to what he says. If not, you know, think you could do is die and then reseed into Rio de Plata. But there's not much you can do there either. I don't think so. So let's look into Brazil, and then we'll go to Aztec and 13C are the only players left. Aztec and West Indies. Brazil making a lot more income than his overlord at this point. A lot of gold. I'm guessing they finally figured out the mission thing.
yeah, look like, because he now has a higher chance to find gold in Brazil from the mission as well. He has like, a lot of gold mines.
A lot of gold mines, and they're getting developed, which is good. And yeah, just swimming in the income from the gold. Not maintaining a full force limit. I don't know. I mean, I guess they're not expecting a war they can win. So
Why? Like, if he gets attacked by Aztecs, he dies. If
yeah, fair point.
and if
So,
someone else comes, he has enough time to build it up. So
yeah,
yeah.
better just sit on low force limit or low units and build buildings instead.
Yeah.
Do production buildings influence gold production, by the way?
You can't build manufactories on gold mines. And
What
you can't
about
build
the
workshops.
workshops?
No,
they
you can't build them
They don't.
on gold mines.
Okay.
They diploma now.
Yeah, that's about it for Brazil. Just sitting here and chilling out so far. Not much going on in the colonies. Unfortunately, we
I
didn't
mean,
get.
Brazil late game can be insanely rich. So maybe he goes for the money game.
Yeah, I mean he's already making a lot of money. His income exploded from last session, and I think when he starts building up his nation a little more, he's gonna be making a lot more money. So definitely a play to do, but yeah, I think we messed up by seeding Aztec primarily, and secondarily is that a word? Secondarily, I don't know. We didn't have enough colonies to compete for the new world. Secondly,
It's second.
yeah, good. We didn't have enough colonies to compete for the new world, so it just left the new world a little less interesting than intended. Pretty much the same thing in West Indies, except West Indies is maintaining a lot of force limit. I don't know why they're all on the islands though. Maybe he's planning to transport them to the old world.
Is he the player?
Yeah, he is the
Yes,
player.
he's a player.
He's
And
Does he have
13
a transport fleet?
Sorry?
Yes, he has 30 transports, so he could.
Yeah, I think he's planning to transport them to Europe to help with the war effort, which, 67 units isn't a small amount, so definitely a good thing to do.
He gets 2 front lines. That's nice.
He didn't. Sorry?
2 front lines, 67 force limit.
Yeah, he didn't go for. Ideas.
What's his morale like?
His morale is 4.8. No discipline
Holy
bonuses.
shit.
Well, that's not very good.
Yeah.
That's terrible. I think.
Yeah.
I mean, he has discipline, defensive and
maintenance is low, so it would be around 5.8, I think.
You can raise it. You can raise it to Uche.
It won't
It's
change it
6.5.
to Mantic, right?
No,
No, you can.
no,
It's
okay.
fine.
It's
That's
6.5 is actually one of the highest, right? Or
It's really
higher
good.
ones.
It's
So,
really good.
yeah. It's not bad, it's good.
So
I was surprised because
professionalism
quite again defensive.
has a decent amount of manpower. Funny thing is, I think you could beat Brazil in a 1 versus 1 right now. So there is that. Alright, let's look at Aztec and you can tell us what's going on. More single player, or you've been involved in
I've been very involved in Europe or Northern Africa.
Which was
I mean,
annoying
the-
as shit.
Prussia free games is annoying as shit.
Yeah.
I landed in Morocco. Got my fair share. Now I'm defending my trusty ally that got aggressively attacked by those filthy Prussians. Right now, military ranking #1 in the world. Over the squad. Yeah.
why isn't that showing? Oh, there it is. I wonder how that's ranked, because I would say Russia
It's
has a
mostly
stronger ranking than you.
army size.
Force limit.
It's current army size that's a huge contributor to that.
No, so your army size and force limit are contributing a lot, but not.
Yeah, and I
as,
should build more, to be
oh
honest.
my god,
But-
200,000 per second? That is nuts. That is
Yeah,
really big.
check the recovery rate. The thing is, like, I have less manpower pool than Prussia because I haven't done the nobility thing, because I still have to regain crown land.
Yeah.
But I have
you're gonna
so many
catch up.
recovery modifiers that I still get the same amount from slackening.
Yikes.
Big yikes for the Aztecs.
Yeah, but should I tell you a sad story? Like, my income's not gonna scale like the rest of the world, because trade in the region is shit.
You don't think you're just gonna do a trade deal with Kilwa as well?
I'm pushing trade from Mexico not into my home node. Just putting that out there.
Where are you
But
pushing it?
I'm putting it into Caribbeans, but it's not into full effect yet because 13 colonies is not player controlled. So GB's colony is actually siphoning a ton of money there.
Yeah, I can see that.
Oh, fuck.
That is
Yeah.
the big sad.
Yeah.
Because he can't move his trade capital to Caribbean yet. Okay. Makes sense.
Well,
Yeah.
maybe a play would be for the GB to let you kill 13 colonies then or something. I don't know.
I mean, I would
Make-
sacrifice myself to eat that. Yeah. I would do that sacrifice.
Wait,
I think Octa's gonna be happy if I do that. Very happy. Yeah.
Yeah, that would be it. I mean, we can
I'm
look
just
at
gonna
manufacturers.
solidify my hold in mech here. I've built all the manufacturers that make money. So
I can see that.
So only the manpower ones left.
yeah, like I don't know with gems, cotton, naval supplies maybe, but that's
For
it's not the
manpower?
high value.
How's Atsec's government capacity looking? Because he might actually just want
Grim.
to.
Grim.
Yeah, just build the government
It's
capacity
just
things.
money.
Then.
It's just money.
Sure, it's just money, but like if you spend like, especially on the gem provinces, if you build like 5 of those, you're gonna be within your limit.
And in net admin tech, you already get another 250 government.
Okay, yeah, then it's doesn't matter.
So
Okay,
it's
makes
really
sense.
like,
Oh,
okay,
yeah,
right
that's
now
a
we
good
pay
job.
10% extra. Yeah.
And I also think you get another 100, from nobility. But
Yeah,
I
but then
don't
you
want
have
power
to.
that, because like look at the things that I've granted them. I want to keep the mill power one. I want to grant the general one to the nobility, and I will want to get the where's it the manpower one.
yeah, obviously.
So
Makes
yeah.
sense, yeah.
And in general, I want less privileges because absolutism is a thing. So yeah.
Yeah, but as is, you can trigger court in country if you just get to full.
Yeah, but, it will be actually kind of difficult to do that because if you check my national unrest, right now it's -8.
Oh boy. Yeah.
So putting, and I'm only at +1 stability.
I don't
Putting
know.
that into the positive numbers is a challenge
I
of
don't
its
know
own.
how you can wreck your country that bad.
No CB nations, because for no CB you also get war exhaustion, but I also have a lot of passive ticking down war exhaustion, so I don't think
it's worth. I don't
Wait,
think it's
how
worth it.
much is it ticking down at the moment? The war exhaustion per month.
0.1.
0.8.
0.1.
0.08.
Can you get rid of the policy? Is there a policy?
It's for my religion.
But you don't have the policy at the moment.
I don't have the policy. That's just my religion.
No, you have the policy on. You have the policy on.
Yeah.
No.
Monthly war exhaustion minus 0.05.
No, that's
Spirit
bugged.
Act.
It's bugged. I have a colonist. And I have
okay.
It's bugged. That's both. Like one is from a unique event you get from S26, and one is from the religion.
Okay, because that thing that you could theoretically do is like you could like no CP and OPM and send in like 180k troops and then just take the attrition for some time.
Yeah, but I don't think that's worth it. It's just.
I mean, it triggers really quickly. All you would lose is like 200k manpower.
I mean, you're alone in the new world, so I think it's fine if you do it. Since you're alone, nobody can.
Yeah, I can do it, but just it's such hassle for 0.5 discipline.
Yeah.
Yeah. No.
Right. I think that's it for today. We reviewed the entire world and.
And apparently there will be a lot of war in the old world next session.
Yes.
Why?
Ottomans, India, we had their discussions. European war going on. Yeah, so there's plenty of potential to see some flames, some blue flames.